1666บาทHi, good evening, everyone. I'm Onisha, and I hope you had your dinner. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Today, I'll be sharing about our new platform, MT5. So for those who don't know me, I'm Onisha, a CFD dealer. I'm currently working Japan shift in the morning. So here as a disclaimer, all the strategies, trades, and information presented are only for educational purposes. Please do your own research before investing. If you need any advice, consult your financial advisor or contact your TR. Now, those who are excited for this sharing and you can hear me clearly, please type MT5 in the chat. If you can't hear me clearly, please type a long 11111 so that you can stand out and I can adjust myself. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Carly. Thank you, Munchu. Yes. Great. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so it seems like no one has a problem and everything is good. Okay, great. Yep. Okay, now we can move on. So this is the content for today. It's all about MT5. I'll be presenting about what is MT5, the features of MT5, how can you create a MT5 demo account, and also I'll be presenting how can you log in into your MT5 mobile, and I'll demo to you how can you use the MT5 desktop app, okay? And then how do you opt in into MT5 and how can you fund into your MT5? At last, we will end with the Q&A session. Okay, let's start. So what exactly is MT5? So MT5 actually created by MetaQuotes and it is actually a successor of MT4. So MT4 previously is actually solely for FX traders and now they create a new platform which is MT5 to cater for more assets to be traded on their platform. So the MT5 actually allows you to trade a lot of financial markets including Forex, stocks, indices, commodities, metals, and even cryptocurrencies via CFD. That's why MT5 is actually called a multi-asset electronic trading platform. It's actually very popular among FX and also professional traders. Right, now here's the key features of MT5. Particularly first one, the chart trading. So chart trading, you basically can trade based on a chart using candlestick, chart pattern. You can also set stop loss and take profit by dragging across the chart, which I will show you later on. And next is the most famous, which is the one-click trading. It's exactly to buy and sell in just one click. All right, so next would be hedging mode. You can open long and short positions at the same time. And next would be more advanced order types. So there are actually more advanced order types in MT5, including stop order and stop limit orders and so on, okay? And next would be the single currency ledger. So those our clients, you don't have the hassle of managing a lot of different currencies. So technically in MT5, you only have one currency, single currency ledger, which is Sing dollar. Now, the advanced technical analysis and charting tools. So it's actually very useful for traders for you to plot your chart when you're trading. And next will be algo trading and also the strategy tester. So both of these actually go hand in hand, where traders who want to code their own strategy can actually use this strategy tester to test whether it's the result you want or not. And yes, MT5 is able to cater for this. And later on, you can actually enable the old algo trading to automate your coding and the strategy that you actually coded up. Okay, now let's move on. So these are the summary of the difference between POEMs and MT5. And the first one would be the commission rates. So commission rates for MT5 is is lower, which I will show you the commission rates later on. The next one would be the auto close-up function. So this actually exists in only MT5, but not POEMs. So this system will actually close out your largest unrealized loss position first when your equity is less than, when your margin level is actually less than 50%, which I'll show you later on. So next will be credit limit. So technically in POEMs, by default, you have 200,000 of Sing dollar of credit limit, but in MT5, as long as you have your money, you can actually open new positions. Okay, whereas for the counters in POEMs, as we know, we have 5,000 more, but in MT5, we have 243, but we are currently working on adding more CFD counters. So if you actually have any counters that you're interested to trade, feel free to call your TR, actually call into our dealing desk so that we can assist you to add more counters. Right? So next will be the ledger. And yes, the ledger. So POEMs, you have multi-ledger, but MT5 is single ledger. So in POEMs, you can actually convert your Sing dollar into foreign currency in order to trade. But in MT5, the system will only hold the margin required in Sing dollar. So let's say, for example, when you buy a CFD contract, correct? 10% initial margin, which is, let's say, for example, $100. So in MT5, it will hold the $100 in USD equivalent in Sing dollar. Okay, it will not hold in USD, but it will hold the equivalent amount of the USD amount. So when you make profit of USD, let's say $10 in profit, MT5 will only convert the realized P&L into Sing dollar into your account. Okay, and the one-click trading, advanced type order, and H mode, as I covered before, they are actually all exist in MT5, but they are more advanced order types. Okay. Now, so this the auto closeout function in POEM's MT5 CFD. This is actually a notification that will be sent into your MT5 mailbox when your margin level is less than 99%. So this notification is actually within the MT5 ecosystem to actually let you know that your equity balance is below your required margin of your positions. So let's say when your equity balance is less than 50% of the required margin, the MT5 system will actually auto close out your positions, which starting with the largest unrealized loss first, so that it can bring your equity balance back to 50%, which also the standard procedures for margin call still applies, which is same as POEMs. Okay, so in POEMs, the margin requirements for all CFD positions are actually calculated based on current mark-to-market prices, right? But in MT5, the margin requirement updates is at the start of each trading day. So if your MT5 account happened to be near the threshold when we update the margin requirement, you will have the risk of your positions being auto closed out. So it's better for you to have a buffer in your account. Okay. Oh, my battery. Okay. Okay, hold on. So next, these are the commission rates for MT5, which you can see is actually lower than POEMs, as you can check on our website. Still, minimum commission rates still apply, but it's actually lower. As you can see for Singapore, CFD and DMA, 0.1 and 0.15%, and US in CFD is 0.128%. But the commission is also technically lower than POEMs, which you can check on our website. But for those who frequently trade index, can consider MT5 as MT5 can have actually zero commissions as compared to POEMs. Okay, so yes, we welcome you on board to trade with us on MT5 if you frequently trade index. Next, so here I will show you how can you log into your MT5 mobile. So first is if you are using an Android mobile MT5, you can basically download the MT5 app in the Play Store, and then you can go to your top left and manage accounts here. So once you click the manage account, you can actually see this page appear. So you have to click the plus button. So once you click the plus button, it's technically to add this our POEM CFD server. So you have to type POEMs. So once you type POEMs, this Phillip Securities will pop up, and you just click on it. And then once you click on it, the login page will actually pop up. So you can put in your ID and password and make sure the server is POEM CFD. Then you can log into the POEM's MT5 mobile. Okay, now, so this one is for the Apple phone. If you're using Apple, then once you download the app in the App Store, then you need to go to settings. So first, the view will be this. Then you need to click settings on your right-hand side. So once you click settings, then you need to go to this page will appear and go to account, new account. So once you click new account, and then you type the same thing, which is POEM. So once you type POEMs, Phillip Securities will pop up, click on it, and then this login page will pop up. And then same thing, you need to make sure the server is POEM CFD, and then you can type your login ID and password, then you can log in and start exploring the mobile app. Okay, here. So this section, I will show you how can you create a POEM's MT5 demo account. And Charmaine or Vanessa, can you please drop the link into the chat? Thank you. Yeah, so that they can create the MT5 account demo. Okay. So technically, something to note is demo account is actually different than a live account. So demo account actually technically accept all kinds of order, where if you submit buy limit order that's higher than the market price, it will still trigger. So it's actually very different from the live account, where it will actually submit to the trading range. Okay, you need to take note of the trading range in a live account. Okay, so Once you click the link, it will bring you to this page. And then first thing you need to do is to try to click the demo, try demo. So once you click the try demo, it will bring you to this page. So you need to fill in all the required information, your name, your email address, mobile number, and country of residence. And then you click submit. Okay. So once you click submit, it will bring you to this page where a 6-digit code will be sent to your registered email address. Okay, and then you key in the verification code, then you click verify account. So once you click verify account, your MT5 demo account is created. Okay, so then you can start explore the platform. Right here. So the first thing to log in, right, you have to check your inbox for the email. This is an example of the email that you will receive after you create your MT5 account, and then you need to download the MT5 app. So once you download the MT5 app, and then when you log in, it will prompt you to set a new password. And then once you set a new password, you can start to explore the platform, okay? All right, so let's move on with our desktop MT5 platform demo. Let me share. Hi everyone, so sorry for the technical issue. Okay, now we can proceed with our MT5 platform demo. I'll show you the app. Okay. So can everyone see my screen clearly? Okay, please type MT5 in the chat if you can see me and hear me clearly and you can see my screen, because I cannot see from your view. Okay, great. Yep. Okay, thanks everyone. Okay, thank you. Okay, right. So now the first thing is I'll teach you how do you log into your MT5 account. Okay, so what I'm using here is the normal desktop, what I downloaded from online. So how do I log in? Okay, I need to type in my account number. And then I have to put in my password. Okay, sorry. So first thing, right, how do I get to this page is I go file and I go to log into trade account. Okay, then only I type my password. Okay, click save password. So this one, the server is the one that you can find it in your email. All right, it's better for you to copy and paste. So copy, paste here. So once okay, it will be connected. So how do you check whether it's connected? Right. So first thing you can see here is actually a green bar. You can see the server. And then another one is you can check in your journal on the toolbox. Okay. To check. Okay. Scanning network finished. Okay. Great. So which is I'm connected. Okay. So this is my account. Right. So let me tell you the overview of this MT5 platform. Technically here on the left hand side up here is the quick panel. And then here would be the market watch. And here would be the toolbox. And finally, here is the chart. Okay, so let's start with first market watch. So technically, market watch is exactly your watch list in terms of what do I want to trade and every day what kind of asset that I want to see daily. Okay, so this you can add it to your watch list. So I'll teach you how do you add it. So you can either type here. Let's say, for example, I want UOB. So type UOB and you press enter and it would actually shown here. So how can I see other counters that I can trade? So it's better for you to click through this money symbol and then you can actually see all the type of counters that you can trade. You can CFD, there's DMA, there's actually index. Oh, and this FX is actually really important to show you, to let you see that the daily foreign exchange rate that MT5 that will convert. So if you know that you're converting US, you will trade in US market and you want to see what is the this is the FX conversion rate, sorry. So this would be the MT5 conversion rate that you will see. So let's say I'm trading in USD or AUD, I can see this is the exchange rate that I'm using. Okay, but these are all the counters that you can trade. All right. Okay, so this one, for example, let's say the UOB, right? So UOB here, when this symbol lights up, which means that it will occur in your market watch list. But here, let's say I want to remove it. I can just double click it and then it will just remove it. So if you want, how do I enable it again? Just double click it. Then it would be shown here and you just click OK. So it's actually shown here. So from here, how do I delete one of these? So basically you just right click and then just put hide. So when you click hide, right, it's basically just deleting from your watch list, but you can still find it in the symbol. Okay, so this is the symbols. And then here, right, for example, here, details, you can actually see for each CFD contract, what is the tick size, tick value, the initial margin you need, and the maintenance margin. So for this, in this context, OCBC is in SGX. So this would be in Sing dollar. So let's say if I were to click Apple, I want to see the details of it. So when I see details of it, this 15.77 is 10%. This, the currency is in USD, not SGD, yeah? Okay, so this is the one thing that you note if you are trading for a different market. Okay, so next, trading. So this, all of these counters and everything, right? These are the one-click trading for each of the counters that you put in your watch list. Okay, I'll show you how do you enable one-click trading, because by enabling one-click trading and not enabling, there's a difference between both of them. Okay, and the last thing is ticks. So let's see, let's go for gold. Okay, then you can see the ticks. So you can right click and actually see whether you want to show bid or ask line. Let's say I just want to see the ask line, and you can just put it one there. And if you want to see the bid line too, then you just enable it and you can see both of them. Okay, so these are the market watch. Okay, next, let's move on to toolbox. Let's start with trade. So technically this trade tab is you can see all your open positions and also your queue positions will be shown here, which I will show you later on how do you queue. And this exposure is basically showing you what's your exposure if you trade multi-assets. Okay, and then next would be history. So this history is basically, right, you can see all the trades that you have done. So when you right click, let's start with positions first, okay? So here, positions. Position is an overview of the trade that you have done here. You can actually see, okay, this trade when I buy, so what is the price and what is my take profit? And this is the profit and loss. So do note that this profit and loss actually take into account the commission and finance charge. But here it's a demo account, that's why you can't really see, because demo account you don't have commission at all, okay? So here is the position that you can see, and then it's the overall. Then let's proceed with orders. So first, orders is basically an overview of what the orders are. So let's say, for example, this. I can see this gold order is actually a sell, and what price, and whether the status is filled. So if it's cancelled, right, it can show it this way. It's actually cancelled. So here, also the type, right, it can show whether it's buy limit or at what price and whether it's at market. So here you can get all this information from here basically. So this is the orders, okay? So let's move on to deals. So deals is basically all the trades here that are executed. This is more detailed. So basically for this, right? So buy in, which means that you are opening a position, which is a buy. So sell out, which means that you are closing this position at a sell. So basically these two combine, which means that buy, opening a buy position, closing it by selling it, okay? Does it make sense? So let's say, for example, let's see what is this. Can everyone type in the chat, what does sell in means? Let's see your chat. Yes, I'll give some time, think about it. What is sell in? Okay, any other answers? Right, okay, so basically it's just short sell, yes. Short sell, so in plain words, is basically opening a position, which is a sell position, okay? Open a sell position, meaning short sell. Okay, great, thanks. Okay, thank you for the participation, Munchu, Yongqing, and Jin Chia. Okay. Thank you. Okay, right. So this is what you understand. Okay, great. And then you can see the volume and the price, and then whether you have stop loss and take profit. Okay, so from here, the deals, you can actually see the commission and the finance charge also. But this is a demo account, so that's it. Basically, you don't have it. Okay, so this would be the profit. So how can you see all the information at once, right? Is to click orders and deals. So technically, this would provide you quite a lot of information by just having one trade. Okay. So this is how you can actually look through, see through how much commission, what's the profit, and all the details are. Okay, right. So let's move on. News is basically just a tab for you to receive some news, while this mailbox is to allow you to receive updates and also the notification about the margin call, okay, that I mentioned about just now. And this calendar allows you to see all the upcoming economic release, right? It's actually quite useful. Okay. And this company is basically our company, which I need to wait for it to load. And you can go onto our website and check as well. Okay, this alert, okay, which is quite useful for traders too. So you can create an alert by just right click and then click create, and then it will pop up this. And then let's say, for example, I don't want to create an alert for this. Let's say I want to create an alert for gold. Okay, so double click it. And then depends on what condition you want, less than bid, more than bid, or anything. Okay, so let's say for gold, right? Okay, depends on what do you want. So you can just put the value. Let's say gold is, okay, I can put 1970. Yes, so just for example, okay, so this source, it means that what type of sound that you want it to be, okay? So it can be sound sensitive. So once you click OK, then it will actually pop up here. So see, okay, so this was the sound of the alert, okay? So if you want to delete it or disable, it depends on you. And for me, I can just delete it, okay? Right. So these are the articles. So there are actually quite a lot of free articles here, which you when you're free, you can actually go and explore. And same goes to the code base and expert for more sort of sophisticated trading. Okay. So for journal, right? So this is actually quite important. This is for you to see all your actions done in MT5, which will be shown here. So whether you have logged in and connected to the server, as I said just now, right? Like for example, see scanning network finish, all right? So trading has been enabled hedging mode, which I will show you later on. So this one is what I created, right? The alert. So it will actually show here. Okay, journal. Right. Okay, so let's move on. So this one, chart. The whole thing here is the layout. This is the single window. So if you want to see what you are trading in multiple windows, right? It's good for you to actually see here. So you can click this multi-window, then you can see in one screen all of the chart. It's actually quite useful for traders to actually see everything all at once. So if you prefer to actually look at just one chart, right, you can just double click it. So double click it, I can actually see it. Oh, okay. So this is the chart that I want to trade. Okay, so this single window. All right, so let's move on. So here, right, on the left top, you can actually see what kind of things that you are trading. So in this case is gold and is in daily. So let's say, for example, I want to trade in minutes, okay? So how can I change it? On the left-hand side, on the quick panel here, you can see all this. Yes, so you can click in just one click. I want to check 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hour, depends on you, okay? So I'll prefer just put it on day. Right. So this one, right, let's move on to, let's say I'm done with this. I want to, just put it as day, and then let's start chart trading. So how do I insert all the, let's say I want to plot my chart, then you need to go insert and the objects here. So there are actually more objects here for you to fill in, but the quick panel, I believe, is more than enough. Right here, you can actually use this to actually plot your support and resistance, depending on you, right? Okay. And this, you can actually use it to plot your trend line and all, okay? So these are all the quick panel that is quite useful for you. All right, so if you want to delete it, you can just right click and delete it. Right click and delete. Okay, so I prefer to make it clean in this case. Okay. And then these are the objects. So let's say, how about the indicators? Indicators is when you insert and then you go indicators, and then it depends on what indicators that you want. Okay, let's say I want adaptive moving average. Yeah, just click it. Then you can actually, based on your liking, what kind of strategy that you're using, you can just edit the period that you want, levels, and the visualizations. Okay, so this one I prefer to put in red, and then I click OK. So this is how it would appear. Same goes. How do I delete it? Right click and delete the indicator. Okay, so this is how you actually plot your chart, right, through objects and also indicators. So next, let's try creating positions. Okay, now first thing about one-click trading. So this is the one-click trading. So originally your chart would not have this. So originally your chart is like that. Okay, so how do you enable one-click trading? This is very important. Other than enabling this one click, right? Correct? You have to go to tools, options, and you need to go to trade. Then you need to enable this one click trading. Then it will ask you to actually accept the TNC. You can read through if you're free. And then you click this and then you click OK. Once you click OK, you can actually use one click trading. So what do I mean by one click trading? Right? So let's say, for example, gold, right? I click. Did you hear the sound? So once you hear the sound, means that it's actually done. It buy the MT5 system having to buy at market price just by one click. So let me find my position over here, which you can see here, buy. Okay, let's say, for example, sell. One click. As you can see, pop up here, sell. Correct? Right. So how do I close my position? How do I close my position is to click the X button here. So this only enable when you have one-click trading. It would automatically close out for me. So let's say, for example, I press. It's done. You can go to history and see. Or you can go to see a journal. See, sell means that it actually helped me close my positions. So from here, you can actually see sell out to close my position, correct? By selling. Right. So from here, right, let's say, for example, if I did not enable one-click trading, correct? So if I did not enable one-click trading, right? So let's say if I go tools, options, I disable one-click trading. So when I click these close positions, can you see it pop up this thing? So if I did not enable one-click trading, technically I have to confirm that I'm actually closing this position. So let's say confirm, okay, I want to close this, then done, it's actually closed. Then okay. All right. So it depends on you whether you want one-click trading to be enabled, because this is actually considered a pre-execution check for a lot of people. Let's say you have fat finger mistake or you actually accidentally close the position. Okay. So this is actually very important for those who choose to enable one-click trading. All right. But I prefer to enable one-click trading. So again, you go just enable it. So it's actually technically faster. Right? Okay. So now let me close this position. So it's just one click, right? Okay. So what next is about hedging mode. So let's talk about hedging mode. So what do I mean by hedging mode? Once you enable one-click trading, right? When I buy, and then if I actually don't know how do I close this position correctly, right? As I said previously, you have to close the X. But instead, I just click that. Oh, I thought that I sell means that I close my position. So let's do that. Does it actually close my position? No, right? It doesn't close my position because it will technically become a hedge position. I buy one and I sell one. So technically this would be a hedge position. Okay. So the correct way to close your position is through this X. Okay. Please remember that is very, very important because this is a really new feature in MT5. Okay. So this is how you correctly close your positions. Okay. Now, how do I withdraw my orders? Okay. So let me teach you, other than one-click trading, how do you put your new order? So technically here in the quick panel, there's this new order, you click. Okay. So this exchange execution basically means that buy or sell at market price. Okay. So it's technically just that, right? So let's move on to pending order. So let's say buy limit, volume, let's say, I put 10. Okay. So price, I want to buy it, let's say, okay, price it to, okay, maybe I just put at 90. Okay. So here you can set your stop loss and take profit at the same time. It depends on you and what kind of comment that you want to put. So once I place, this would be my Q trade. Can you see here? So this is my Q trade. So technically here, right, you can actually see all your information. And let's say you want to withdraw your order, right? How do you withdraw? It's the same thing as close position. Just clicking this X to, you know, delete it, basically your order. Okay, so next is I would teach you how do you close your partial positions. So partial positions means basically, okay, let's say the action execution. Okay, I have this, and then let's say I just buy 10. Can you see? It's here, 10, gold, correct? So here, right? Let's say, for example, I want to close only 5 contracts. So how do I do it? So basically, I need to right-click, and then I need to, So technically, sorry, you need to double-click it. So double-click it at price is very important of where you click your double-click, yeah. So let's say, for example, you click your stop loss here and take profit. This would only modify the trade when you put in your stop loss and take profit. It doesn't show you whether you can sell partial trade, partial of your trade or not. So you have to double click at the price, not here, not stop loss and take profit, yeah. So please just click here, double click, and you can see this pop up. So when you see this pop up, just edit the volume. Okay, let's say I want to sell, how about 5? Okay, so do I click here? Can anyone tell me, should I click sell if I want to close partially on my position? Should I click sell? Or should I click close? You can just type sell or close. Okay, any other answer? Anyone choosing sell? Yes, okay, thank you so much. Jinhua, Jente, and Charles, thank you so much. Yes, yellow bar. Okay, correct. Yep. So you guys get the idea, right? So close. So this would be closing partial of your positions. Okay. Okay, so this is very good. Now let's move on to an easier way to set your stop loss and take profit. So I taught you another way to set your stop loss and take profit is to double click here, correct? To set your stop loss and take profit, correct? Double click at the stop loss and take profit here. But there's an easier way. You just click here, and then you can actually drag it from the chart. So for example, I want to set my stop loss, right? It's a buy position. So stop loss should be lower or higher? Stop loss should be lower or higher for the, yes. Okay, yes, thank you. So thankfully it's lower, right? So when it's lower, you just pull down. Can you see the red color? Okay. Then you just leave it. And you can you hear the sound? So here the sound means that the stop loss is set at here. Correct? Take profit. Click. From here, you see the up, down, drag to modify. Click. Pull up. Good. Hear the sound? Means that it's done. So it's actually modified. So can you see, you can just set your stop loss and take profit by just dragging across the chart. So it's very useful for those who like quick action. Okay. So how do I modify? You can either modify through here. Same thing. Make sure this little up down icon shows, and then you can just click. So let's say right now, yeah. So it change automatically. You can see your history also. You can see your journal. So here, see your journal, right? Actually records everything you've done. So modify. So let's say, for example, you forgot whether you modify or not. Then you actually can check back your journal, okay? Whether you have done it yourself, right? Okay, so it's very important. So now, let's say, for example, I don't want the stop loss take profit. You can just click the X. Okay, so once you click the X, right, it also actually close your position, as you can see here, 5 and market. Right? Oh, so modify this by 5 gold. Right. Yep. So technically, you already modify it, and then it's actually traded. So here you can see sell out, you have to close your position already. So be careful when you put the X, it means that you have to close your position. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, then let's move on to one-click trading. Okay, so the last part is about the strategy tester. Okay, so strategy tester, you go view, and then you go to strategy tester. So once this will pop out, let me cancel this first. Okay, so that it's easier to see. Okay, so this is technically the strategy tester that I was talking about. So those who actually know coding can try to code and also can use this strategy tester to test whether it's the results you want. So after that, when it's done, you can actually use this algo trading. Can you see this button to actually enable algo trading for your strategy once you have coded? Okay, so this is all of it. And now the most important thing is self-help. So how can you get the information that you want? So the easiest thing is to go help. And you can see there are a lot of information here, okay? You can go online search, you can actually go to all these different market to actually see what's available in there. So let's say, for example, this market, right? This is the MQL market. And you can actually see what are the EAs are actually provided, or maybe you want to buy to test whether it actually applies for your strategy. So you can try and explore it out. So it's better to have a self-help. Okay. All right. So this is for the desktop platform demo, and let's continue with our slides. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Right. Okay. Can everyone see? Okay, okay, right. Thank you. Okay, good. All right. Sorry, because I can't see things. Okay. So, right, okay, let's continue. Okay, so here, actually, there's a huge difference if you download using our Poems MT5 link and if you download on the general MT5 desktop app that you find online. So it's important if you download using our link, right, the Poems MT5 link, it's better that you actually see there's a difference where the server, you need to make sure that's Poem CFD, okay? But if you use this, the general link that you actually download the general MT5 desktop app, which you can find online, on your first login, you need to key in our server for you to access your account. So it's important that this first login attempt kind of code server, right, will actually be sent into your email and you can actually copy and paste for the server like what I did in the MT5 platform just now that I show you, and then you can actually access your account, okay? Now, so here, I can teach you how to open a Poem CFD account because it's actually very important that you have a CFD account in order for you to access our MT5 platform. So here you can actually see the account opening. You can visit poems.com.sg or you can scan this QR code, and Charmaine or Vanessa can put the link in there for our new clients to open their account. So technically, once you actually go in, right, when you open your account, please remember to opt into CFD. So technically, remember to just click on this and opt in to CFD so that you have the account to access to MT5. Okay, you can also use my info to speed up the account opening process. All right. Okay, so I'll leave it a while for you to scan the QR code. Okay. Then next. Okay, so alternatively, you can actually locate us, and we have quite a few outlets, and you can find them on our website. Okay, right here. So for our existing customer, you may create a CFD account if you don't have one. So technically, you can go to account management, and then you go CFD, then you go to the online account opening. So once you go online account opening, and then you can opt in to MT5 later. So now, how do you opt into MT5? Okay, so after you have your CFD account, right, you technically need to go account management, and then you go CFD, then you go to MetaTrader 5. After you go to MetaTrader 5, then you need to go account management over here. Then you need to click this Add Poems CFD MT5 account. So once you click that, it would actually show up this page, and then you remember you need to take all these acknowledgement, T&C and all, and then you key in the code that was sent. You need to key in your email address, your registered email address first. Okay, so once you key in your registered email address, and then you need to acknowledge and submit. Okay, so once you acknowledge and submit, this will pop up. Okay, which means that your MT5 account is created. So when it's done, the screen will show this confirmation, okay? So remember, one CFD account can only open one MT5 account, okay? And your MT5 account number will be the same as your Poems account number. Okay, remember that. Okay, now, so you will receive an email regarding instructions on installing your MT5 along with the system-generated password. Okay, so when you log in, the system will prompt you to set a new password. Okay, so as for setting up your OTP, so there are actually two options to set up your OTP. Either you bind with Google Authenticator, or you bind with the MT5 mobile. So it depends on your preference on using which app to retrieve your OTP. So if you bind with Google Authenticator, right, if you use MT5 mobile app, you will still have to retrieve the OTP from Google Authenticator. So that's the bad side of it. But if you use MT5 mobile to bind, right, then you can actually save yourself the hassle of switching to Google Authenticator to retrieve your OTP. So it depends on personal preference too, okay? So technically, when you use MT5 mobile, you can just technically log in, right? So when you log in into your MT5 desktop app. Where do you get your OTP? Same, either from Google Authenticator or from your MT5 mobile, because some people would actually forgot where can they receive their OTP if they set up MT5 mobile. So it's actually very convenient for people who are on the go, yeah, for MT5 mobile. Okay, so almost all of MT5 can be self-serve, including resetting your MT5 account password. So technically what you need to do is, if you forget your password, right, just go account management, CFD, MT5, and account management again. And then on the right-hand side here, depending on the account that you want to reset, right, because some people may create a few MT5 account, and then just click reset password on the right-hand side. So when you click reset password, and then you will get this pop-up where you can actually enter your registered email address. So once you entered your registered email address, this pop-up notification. So it actually tells you that you will receive an email. So once you receive the email, you receive this sample email that you can reset your password, okay? You can just follow the instructions in here. Now, okay, once you have your MT5 account and you need funds to trade. So technically now you can only transfer funds from Poyam's account. So you need to transfer fund into Poyam's CFD account, then transfer to MT5 account. So my team is actually looking into improving the system so that you can find, as you can fund it directly into your MT5 account. Right. So assuming you already have funds in your Poyam CFD account, so technically you need just go account management, CFD, MT5, and go funds transfer. Okay. Funds transfer, then these are all the CFD accounts you have or the MT5 accounts also. So just click the account that you want to transfer. Okay. So once you click the MT5, then you select which MT5 account to transfer. Okay, so it depends on which account. So after you fill in how much you want to transfer, here, over here, then you click, and then after that, you can actually click the transfer button. So it is actually an instant transfer from Poyam's to MT5 account. If you withdraw, it's also the same. So you have to transfer from MT5 to Poyam's, then into your bank account. Okay. So we are actually improving the platform also so that you can directly withdraw into your bank account. All right. So before we go into Q&A, we are having a promo. If you open a new account, this will be the welcome bundle promo that we are having. You can actually get airports, training credits, and also Grab vouchers. You can earn up to 760 worth of rewards. Okay, so these are for the different tiers who top up different amount. I'll leave it for 1 minute for you to scan or screenshot so that you can scan it later while I have a quick explanation of each tier, yeah? So you will be entitled one of the tiered rewards based on the total amount of initial funding and the number of trades that you made during the promotion period. Okay, so, but do note that there's an initial funding lock-in period for 90 days, yeah? So first one will be the welcome gift. So if you deposit 1,500 and did a buy, fire, or sell trades, then you'll get 50 training credits. The second premium welcome gift bundle, if you top up 5,000 and made 10 buy or sell trades, you will get 50 Grab vouchers and also 250 CFD training credits. Okay, while for the last one, platinum welcome gift bundle, if you deposit 30,000 and made 50 buy or sell trades, you can get 500 CFD training credits. Okay, so you can actually learn more. Just scan this QR code. All right, so this is another promotion for our traders, which is Trade for Reward program that we are having now. Yeah. So this is the Trade for Reward program for day or swing traders, basically. So this is actually a tier based. You will be able to receive training credits when your trading value reach a certain tier for the different category that is shown here. So the rebate will also be prorated for any partial amount of monthly trading volume. So let's say, for example, your trading volume in a month for index is 150 million. So we'll be in this tier, 150, right? 150 million. So you will be under tier 3. You will receive about 150 million and divided by the 100K here per 100K, right? So divided by the 100K and you times 50 cents. So you get around like $750 Sing dollar. Okay, so please scan this QR code to learn more on our website, right? So do note the maximum total rebate for all asset classes that each customer can receive is capped at 1,888. Right. So next, okay, now let's move on. Now is the Q&A session. You can ask some questions, anything regarding MT5 or CFD. Check. Okay, let me see what the questions. So I saw there's a question here. Can demonstrate what are the various ways to expand or reduce a chart. Seems that it can only be done by sliding the horizontal and vertical axis. It's very restrictive. Not exactly. You can actually use like you click control and you use your mouse cursor to zoom in and zoom out technically. It's like scroll up and down. So it's actually easy for you to expand or reduce the chart. Is there any other questions? Okay, so I have a question here where the platform doesn't allow to trade in stages. For example, I bought 10 lots at 100. I can send orders to sell 3 lots at 110, but 4 lots at 150 and the rest at other price. So technically, the platform actually allow you to partially close off your position only at market price. Okay, but if you wish to close off your position separately in predetermined take profit, please, you need to initiate the position separately. And you need to actually set the take profit at the different trade. So basically, if you want to sell 3 lots at 110, you need to put that as one trade. And then 4 lots as 150, put that as another trade. Okay, so that it is anymore. Right, so I actually saw a question about your MT5, point 35 has no live data because it's not moving, right? So you can actually please screenshot it and then you email to us cfd@phillip.com.sg in your screenshot, and then we can help you for the troubleshooting of the MT5. Yes, the one that you're actually facing problem, please screenshot it, okay? Right. Yeah, I saw a question here. Can MT4 chart use in MT5? No, technically you can't. It's a different app in total, like different ecosystem overall. Okay, I saw a question here. What is one-time password? So technically one-time password is the OTP, where it's actually a 6-digit number you can obtain either through the MT5 mobile or the Google Authenticator. So this 6-digit is basically very important for you to secure your account. So this OTP changes every minute, and to actually protect you from unauthorized access into your MT5 platform. So it's actually really, really important because nowadays, as we know, there are actually quite a lot of scams going around, and yeah, it's actually very important for you to bind. So either bind to Google Authenticator or the MT5 mobile app. Yeah. Okay, so I got a question about, okay, I need to prepare my toolbox to be here. So I received a question about, is the Forex spot or contracts, correct? So actually just now when I was saying this, you can just go to the symbol and then yes. So this one, right, this FX conversion rate, the grade of contracts is meant for the FX conversion in MT5. So as I said that when MT5 actually convert your realized P&L, so what rate do they use? I mean, what rate do the MT5 use? So it's actually this grade of contracts. So the counter that you can actually trade, right, is over here, FX. So FX, these are all the counters. So this the grade of, this is not grade of, this one you can actually trade and add it to your watch list, okay? So this light up and light off means that whether it exists in your market watch or not. Okay. So technically, for example, if I want to, just have a look every day, what, let's say if I trade US or what, right? So I need to see, okay, what rate is MT5 going to exchange? So I need to enable it here. So you look at USD, SGD. Okay, so it lights up means that you will actually view it in market watch. So this FX conversion rate, you cannot trade one. Only this FX. These are the counters that you can trade. Yeah. Okay, what does half contract is? It's not a contract, it's actually a symbol. The half means a symbol. Yeah, it's like 1 or 2. It's like just a symbol. Okay, so if you guys have any more questions, please email to cfd@phillip.com.sg and then we will assist further. And those who want more counters to be traded, please call into our dealing desk so that we can assist you to add more counters. Okay. And thank you very much for today. Okay. So here marks the end of a Q&A session. If you are curious and need more information, so you can read the CFD info sheet also on our website.